When the people fear their government, there is tyranny. When the government fears the people, there is liberty. Hello, I'm Alan Scholl for the Freedom Project, sponsored by American Opinion Foundation. In this final episode of our Principles of the Constitution series, we're going to wrap up the amendments to the Constitution. We've already covered the first 18, and today we're going to complete our series by discussing Amendments 19 through 27. Here's a question for you. True or false? The 18th Amendment, which prohibited alcohol, is the only amendment to be repealed. The answer is true. In 1919, the possession of liquor became illegal. However, 14 years later, that amendment was repealed with the creation of another amendment. To recap our last lesson, amending the Constitution is not an easy thing to do. While there are two ways to propose an amendment, the only way that has ever been used first requires a bill to be approved by a two-thirds majority of both the House of Representatives and Senate. If it passes, it goes on to the states, and then requires 3/4 approval to become an amendment. And remember, at no point does the President play any role in the process. Picking up where we left off, the 19th Amendment, passed in 1920, deals with women's suffrage. It guarantees every woman of age who is an American citizen the right to vote. 13 years later, the 20th Amendment, also known as the Lame Duck Amendment, was ratified. It establishes presidential and congressional terms, putting in place the dates of term commencements for Congress to be January 3rd and President to be January 20th. That same year, the 21st Amendment was passed, which repeals the 18th Amendment's ban on alcohol. It is the only amendment in the Constitution that repeals another. It once again allowed the possession, sale, and transportation of alcohol. In 1951, 18 years later, the 22nd Amendment was established. It limits the President to serving 2 terms in office, or a maximum of 10 years if the President was once a Vice President. 10 years after that, the 23rd Amendment was passed, allowing Washington, D.C. representation in the Electoral College. In 1964, the 24th Amendment was added to the Constitution. This allows any vote cast in a primary election to be counted, regardless of whether the voter has paid their taxes or not. The 25th Amendment, which passed 3 years later, deals with presidential succession. The amendment discusses protocol for situations such as presidential health concerns, resignation, and removal from office. 4 years later, the 26th Amendment was ratified, a popular amendment among teens. The 26th Amendment establishes the national voting age at 18. Prior to 1971, anyone choosing to vote was required to be at least 21. Finally, in May 1992, the 27th Amendment was added to the United States Constitution. The 27th Amendment prevents laws affecting congressional salary from taking effect until the beginning of the next session of Congress. What is interesting to take away from all this today is that even though the Founding Fathers penned this document over 200 years ago, it still holds true today. The core values and principles in this document are still those core values and principles that most Americans feel we should all live by. Remember, the Constitution was created to protect rights, not to establish them. The Founding Fathers felt that government should be a voice for the people, empowered by the people. So you think you got all that? Let's find out. Question 1. How many amendments are listed in the Bill of Rights? A, 10, B, 17, C, 27, D, no amendments are in the Bill of Rights. The answer is A. The Bill of Rights contains the first 10 amendments to the United States Constitution. Question 2. The 19th Amendment deals with women's suffrage. What is that? A. The right to work. B. The right to vote. C. The right to drive. Or D. The right to education. And the answer is B. The 19th Amendment guaranteed women of age who were legal U.S. citizens the right to vote. Question 3. The 21st Amendment repeals another amendment. What issue does it affect? A. The right to vote at 18. B. The right to smoke at 16. C. Presidential terms. Or D. Prohibition of alcohol. The answer is D. The 18th Amendment abolished alcohol. The 21st repealed the abolishment, making it legal to possess, transport, and distribute. Question 4. True or false? Prior to the 26th Amendment, which established the voting age at 18, citizens could vote at 16. The answer is false. Before the 26th Amendment was ratified, a voting citizen had to be at least 21 years old to cast a ballot. Question 5. True or false? There are 3 ways to amend the Constitution, but only 2 have ever been used. The answer is false. There are actually 2 ways to amend the Constitution, however, only 1 has ever been used. With the knowledge provided in our Principles of the Constitution series, we hope you have gained a new appreciation of the way that our government is constructed. That our government is built upon the foundation of a republic, not a democracy, and that your rights as an American citizen are special and should always be protected. For all of us here at the American Opinion Foundation, we thank you for watching our Principles of the Constitution series. I'm Alan Scholl for the Freedom Project. Welcome home.